Business editor Richard Southern joins us with the day's top business stories. And Richard, we're all being told to stay home right now, and that would normally mean higher hydro bills.
Yeah, it would, but the Ford government giving us a bit of a break on those hydro bills, or we will be getting one in about a week and a half's time, Melissa. This is something that the government did earlier in the pandemic, and it's back now. What they're going to do come January 18th is the Ford government is going to switch to off-peak pricing 24 hours a day. So come the 18th, you're going to be paying 8.4 cents per kilowatt hour, 24 hours a day. That is the off-peak rate. It's about half the price, Melissa, of what the electricity costs during the day when you're home. So bit of a break there. As far as why this isn't kicking into the 18th, the government tells me, well, they just needed time to get it up and running. And it's going to last, I should mention, for 21 days.
Okay, now restaurants, gyms, and theaters are among the businesses that are being hard hit by these new pandemic restrictions. But the provincial government unveiled a new support program today.
Yeah, it's going to be a grant. They don't have to pay it back. Businesses that are closed 100%, Melissa, will be getting a $10,000 grant from the Ford government. The money, though, will not flow until February. A lot of these businesses, they're short on cash right now. I went one-on-one with Finance Minister Peter Bethlenfalvy today. I asked him why the money isn't flowing right away.
We're, setting up the program in days really from the announcement of the restrictions, and so we'll move very quickly to make sure this money gets into the hands of those who need it.
For some, this is going to be great, 10,000. For other types of businesses, it's going to be a drop in the bucket. Can you tell us how you arrived at 10,000 and why it's not a sliding scale, Minister?
Well, we wanted to get the money out quickly. And, this is when you introduce elements of sliding scale and details, we wanted to keep it really simple.
Will there be any financial support coming for individual workers who are not making a paycheck today?
We're constantly evaluating the situation on many levels. Richard, we've been there looking at supports for, in this case, businesses, families, and workers, and we'll continue to monitor that.
So the minister decidedly non-committal on if there's any support coming for workers. A lot of people going without a paycheck right now. Meantime, the Canadian Federation of Independent Business, they've been calling for more help like this. I asked their president, Dan Kelly, today if he thinks this is enough.
It's not enough, but it is at least something. What we like about this is that it is grant money rather than a loan, rather than a rebate of something or a deferred expense. This is actual grant money that can be used to try to reduce some of the costs that businesses are going through. We like the fact that the program, for those that have applied and used earlier rounds of the grant program, they're going to be able to apparently do this without having to reapply. That's a positive. It includes new businesses, which unfortunately many of the federal programs miss. So they've got several of the design elements right. Our other major concern, of course, is this really going to be a 3-week lockdown?
That, of course, the million-dollar question here. If it stretches on longer, there'll be big pressure on the government, no doubt, to expand this program. Hey, before we go, Melissa should mention we got Canadian jobs numbers in for December. Better than expected. 55,000 jobs were created. Unemployment rate down to 5.9%. TSX was higher today, but lower on the week.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us, Richard. That's business editor Richard Southern.